we've known for the better parts of 2 years that The Acolyte was going to be a cringe woke disaster for Lucasfilm and another failure for Disney Star Wars. What I don't think we were quite ready for was just how embarrassing it was going to be in the first promotional trailer that gets released. Now, Star Wars, Disney, Lucasfilm, they did their best to try to run cover. The mainstream media was out there having articles ready saying, wow, look at the interest in The Acolyte. It's breaking Lucasfilm records. The force is strong with The Acolyte as the trailer breaks Lucasfilm records. Oh, wow. Even over on StarWars.com, we decided to write an article about how in the first 24 hours with these random things that we're using, it garnered more views than any other Disney Plus trailer in the first 24 hours for Star Wars. Well, that would be amazing if the reception wasn't incredibly disastrously bad. But this is what we've seen with The Acolyte. The first trailer, it did break records for Lucasfilm, not because of how many people watched it, but because of how many people didn't like what they saw. We are closing in on 500,000 dislikes on this thing. 479,000 dislikes from the time I'm recording this to 175,000 upvotes. More than twice the amount of dislikes. Right now, it's about 70% of people that fucking watch this, maybe more, that don't like it. This is going to be a fucking disaster for them, but we've seen it coming from the beginning. From Leslye Headland, Harvey Weinstein's former personal assistant, who one of the first things she told everybody that she wanted to do was make sure that this reflected her own queer identity. Star Wars The Acolyte will reflect Shonner's own queer identity. The Acolyte Shonner, Leslye Headland, plans to have her real-world experience as an ugly lesbian shine through in the show's creation. Wow, that's going to be incredible. I cannot wait. And where did she get inspiration from for Star Wars? Oh, that's right. Rian fucking Johnson. She's been talking about Rian Johnson and how much she admires his work since before she even got this job for Star Wars. She is a massive Rian Johnson fan. They worked together before he even worked on Star Wars, I believe. But nevertheless, Rian Johnson is Leslye Headland's hero. In fact, what The Acolyte learned from Rian Johnson's critical look at Jedi. Shonner Leslye Headland explains what The Acolyte picked up from Rian Johnson's 2017 sequel trilogy entry, Star Wars The Last Jedi. This is from last year, so we've known this shit for a while. But what about the people involved with the movie? People like Amanda Stenberg. All it's been about, not about Star Wars. Instead, it's been about identity fucking politics the entire time. The Acolyte's Amanda Stenberg on joining Star Wars' most diverse project. For Black nerds, it's my dream come true. And she would go on to say that Black people haven't felt comfortable in science fiction or fantasy stories, but this is where that stops because she was cast that she's non-binary, Black, and feminist. That's what I know for sure. Anything else, I'm not quite sure how Amanda Stenberg identifies, other than as cringe, because if you take a look back at the things she said before, you thought the phrase Black girl magic was just something that got thrown around by Nick Fury in the Marvels. Apparently, it's been around a lot longer than that. Black women shine in Star Wars. The Acolyte with Amanda Stenberg and Jodie Turner-Smith. That's what all of the push has been about. It's about diversity in Star Wars. And of course, this is Amanda Stenberg from a couple years ago. Amanda Stenberg wants you to submit your own Black girl magic videos. We're adding to our series, and this time, you're the star. Teen girls, hashtag Black girl magic campaign with Amanda Stenberg. This is who we have starring in The Acolyte, who's come out multiple times, not to talk about how much she loves Star Wars, but instead how they're looking forward to changing Star Wars because it hasn't felt safe for someone like her. And go through Jodie Turner-Smith's comments, go through all of these interviews at Star Wars Celebration with all these actors. It's all about identity politics. It's all about virtue signaling. And we've already been told that that's what this series is going to be all about. So people going into this, they were ready to fucking not like it. And when they watched a dog shit trailer like this, they were given very good reason to hit that thumbs down button. So Star Wars can try to spin this however they want. Disney, Lucasfilm, they can try to spin The Acolyte failure, the trailer disaster, any way they can. But this doesn't lie. And keep in mind, 99% of people can't even see these dislikes. It's not like they're just hopping on a hate campaign bandwagon. Most people do not see that. You have to have a special Chrome extension just to get the number of dislikes back because, corporations like Disney didn't want people to see this type of thing in the first place. Well, this is clear as day that The Acolyte is setting up for catastrophe. People despise it. This is like the Marvels. This is like the reaction to the Marvels. That's what this trailer is similar to. nearing 500,000 fucking dislikes, and probably will be 500,000 before the day is up. Just one more failure on top of Star Wars storied history the past dozen years of fucking failure.